And 3, 2, 1, now. Hi, I'm LewisLightning, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Some cool shit going on here. So we finished the circle tower before. I'm just back in it. I finished cleaning up, picking up all the items that we weren't able to take back because we were over encumbered before. I also changed some items on my characters. Like you see, Alistair's got my old helmet. I got this Templar helmet. I haven't changed a whole lot. Wynn's got a new hood. And that's kind of it. We picked up some more stuff, but we're still really close to being over encumbered despite having that new backpack. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a problem. Anyways, we're back here. We're on the 3rd floor. You can see the 2nd floor is below us. If you remember, we're getting those scraps of paper. And I'm going to go quickly to this one. This one here, Watchguard of the Reaching, notes of the Apprentice Gant have revealed an ancient ritual in the Circle Tower. So basically, if you go over to the Codex, and I think it's notes, we were at, is it Circles Within Circles? No, it was, okay, quest related, probably that's where it's under. Should have the same name as the quest. Watchguard of the Reaching. So yeah, these notes, basically what's important about them, if you read through each of them, the ritual note, a sword lowered to strike through and ground. So you read through them all. Once you get them all, you get this final note at the bottom, which kind of focuses it down. He writes, Whisper says Great Hall, hidden above us old time. The vessel in hand, words from another time drip little apart. Put on bowl. So we need to find a statue with a bowl. And you see there's statues with these little markings. That's not a bowl. So that's not the one we want. This one here is a sword, but it's facing the opposite way. And here's one with a bowl. Now you have to do this in the right order. You can keep trying if you fuck up. And the worst that happens is you get like a zap of electricity for like 5 damage. So you have to be like right near death for it to really affect you. So first the bowl, then we'll go back to the note, and it was, Jesus, let's scroll through it again. We'll just read them all real quick. It was, place in bowl, put on bowl, a sword raised to sever connection, cut cord, a sword lowered to strike through and ground. So we know where the raised and lowered is. So we don't want the lowered one just yet, we have to go to the one that's raised. And that'll happen. If we were doing it wrong, like I said, you get like a zap. And then lowered. And then the last one, and I purposely left so that you could see this, so we could read it again. Ah! Fuck! Yeah, you can read all the notes for more info, but really it's not that great. Anyways, the threads placed before warrior, spear raised, shielded from each side, so whispers are known false. And the guy says, where is this? It whispered order, but not where. It's in my head. So you have to search around, but all of these things are on the 3rd floor. So just to speed it up, I know where it is. I've done this before a couple times. You go through these rooms. So it was a spear raised, shielded on all 4 sides. And it's in the main room here. There's a guy on that tower, on this pillar, and there's shields on all 4 sides. So this is the one. So you go, and this is the last one you need. And
what do you need?
No, you got in the way. Never mind. Go to this stupid statue. Hopefully Alistair can get out of the way. Wynn, you're in the way now. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, come on. Statue. Quest updated. So we'll go back and check out this quest. A low rumble signals lowering of ancient protection. Something is freed in the lowest levels of the tower. So basically we have to make all our way back down. It's not so bad for you guys. Like I said, I just cleared out this tower of everything we had in it. It took me like 6 trips going from each floor, you know, work my way up. Oh, inventory's full. Go back down to the quartermasters, sell what I can, use what I can, head back up. Took me quite a while, especially when it was on the top floor. There was quite a few items, so it was like I'd get part way through the top floor, then go back down, go back all the way up, like all the floors, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. Eventually I got them all cleared out. But like I said, we got lots of stuff that we're holding on to. Now we're on the second floor. Basically, we just got to get back. You want to go all the way back down to the first floor. It said the lowest levels of the tower. So obviously, we have to get as low as we can. And that'll be the first floor. Also, I'll just bring it up. While I was cleaning out this tower of all the excess items that were left, I had to use some gifts to make room. I use gifts that don't really matter. They're gifts that you can use for anyone and don't really have any special role for anyone in particular. You have to know which ones they are, though. I went to this website called dragonagewiki.com, or Dragon Age Wiki, I should say. But yeah, if you ever need help, like with the gifts and stuff, check that out. I mean, I hate using a guide, but there was just so much stuff here that even doing this playthrough, if I wanted to do it all without a guide and figure everything out on my own, it would take forever. So I just quickly did that instead. So with the lowest levels of the tower, here is where we met Win in the first place, and there's the basement down here. But you go to the metal door, not possible to pick, and then this guy shows up. Luckily, we have all these other mages to help us too. If you save them, you'll have them to help. Like how the kids don't do anything. So we're fighting Shaw, weird. Shield bashing again. Doing okay. Get some healing with Win here done. Let me heal Liliana first.
I'll get on it.
Yeah, there's not going to be a whole lot of fighting part, just because. Yeah, this is probably going to be about it, just because we have a lot of traveling to do. And let's see if he dropped anything. He should. There, he dropped something.
Pure, literal distraction.
What's in this bag? Come on. I don't want to see these kids. Fuck off. There we go. Pile of rags. Come on. Get. This could be annoying sometimes. Need my party to fuck off for like 5 seconds. There we go. Pile of rags. New sword, malachite, fluorspar, and quartz. We probably won't be able to carry it all. We'll go back and we'll have to sell what we can sell. Yeah, not too tough of a battle, especially with the help of the other guys. Another thing that's interesting is if you
You are not religious, yes? You do not believe?
I do, to some extent. It does not govern my life, however. Why do you ask?
Oh, nothing. You are just a very good person, and it shows. And I thought at first you were religious like some of the revered mothers. But no. I thought about it and I realized that you're not.
I do what I do because I enjoy it. Because I enjoy teaching others, helping them. I do not seek recognition for my works. I do not seek the approval of my peers, nor the approval of a distant god.
That is admirable, doing good for its own sake. Some I knew were not like that. They bragged about what they did, trying to impress others. Oh, Lady Adele, you fed and clothed 20 orphans. How noble. No, it's nothing, Lady Clarabelle. You treated 40 lepers and gave them massages. Like a competition with false modesty. Sickening.
Did Lady Clarabelle really give 40 lepers massages?
Who knows? Lady Clarabelle had strange tastes. I wouldn't be surprised if she did that and more.
Okay, so every time I walk by that last statue that's up against the wall there, they enter a conversation. Not necessarily Liliana and Win, but
You really
someone
killed
does.
all those abominations? I didn't think it was possible. I thought we'd all die here. I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
Alright, let's trade. Do this fast. Let's see. Euceris is what I got. It's good against dragons, so you want to hold on to this. It's also got fire resistance and spots for 2 enchantments. Now, Beastman's Dagger is another thing I picked up along the way. It's a good one-handed weapon, which means I can finally swap it out. But it's more meant for rogues. You can see with the critical backstab damage. And then it's also got spots for enchantments. So I'll use it for the time being. But that means I'm not going to be selling it, or the Euceris. Let's see what we got here. We have mostly good stuff. Here's some Templar armor I picked up, the Archon robes, Enchanter Cowl. I don't know what to get rid of here. We did pick up an extra gem of some sort. Let's see what it was. Quartz. So we'll get rid of this quartz. And it's going to be kind of traveling back and forth for a bit here. I'm going to go and... Actually, I'll give Liliana some arrows to hold on to just while I get these last 2 items. That way it'll open up enough spots so I can actually pick up 2 items. There was just 2 gems. But you still want to get them all, just because you can sell them. Yeah, she's using shit weapons. I don't know why she's doing that. Wild's bow, and let's give her these fire arrows. Got lots of them. And get a pile of rags. There we go. Now we can sell these things. And hopefully Liliana will keep her bow and arrow. I'm gonna switch the arrows out though. And then we're gonna go quickly to the campsite because we got a lot of gifts. Oh, didn't set off that time. But yeah, we got a lot of gifts. So let's
You really killed all the...
yeah, we heard this
supplies.
before. So let's get rid of these gems we picked up. We got the malachite we can get rid of, and the fluorspar. We'll get rid of all of it. I want to keep the garnet. I mean, if we ever need, everything we sell ends up over here. So, but I do want to buy this remarkable malachite. It's a gift. That's why. So we're all done here. Actually, we could switch Liliana back from her bow. We don't have to switch back. I mean, get rid of her arrows. What was her other? Ashware Axe, Enchanted Dagger. Well, you could probably put on Beastman's Dagger, but I want to use that first. So, we have to go to Red Cliff Castle, but first, I'm just going to go to the campsite, just so we can get rid of a whole lot of these gifts, because we are swimming in gifts. And not only that, I wanted to go and talk to pretty much everyone. The more we learn, the more we can find out what gifts they want. Oh, something's happening.
Blight, how will you end it?
We have to fight the Archdemon.
Is that all? It is surrounded by an ocean of darkspawn. How will you reach it? If you reach it, how will you slay it? You say you are a Grey Warden. I have heard stories of this order.
What have you heard?
Great strategists and peerless warriors. That is what we hear of the Wardens. So far, I am not impressed.
I'm new to the Wardens.
Will you make that excuse to the Archdemon? Or the victims it claims in the meantime?
Ooh, he does not like that. Okay. So Sandal's got something, and so does Bodahn. Oh shit, he doesn't have anything. He just wants to sell me
Your friends
shit.
are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you
I
along.
should go.
Of course.
Goodbye.
Sorry I skipped that. I usually don't. But let's talk to
Hello.
Sandal.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Well, let's get some enchantment done.
Enchantment!
Actually, Bodahn and Sandal have different skills, or different stuff to sell. I mean, so basically, Sandal will sell enchantments, runes that you can use, and Bodahn sells everything else. So I'm using the Green Blade. Oathkeeper's being used by Alistair. Green Blade is actually better than Oathkeeper, so I'll upgrade that first. Oops, what am I doing? So what you want to do is you select the Green Blade, then it'll go here. The Green Blade only has one spot for enchantments, and since it's a lower level, I'm not going to put anything too special on it. We'll put Fire down. Wait, let's see what it has already. I forgot to check that. It has nature resistance and damage versus beasts. So, okay, you can switch it out still. But we'll keep electricity. Doesn't really matter. I just wanted to put something in there to open up more room. And Oathkeeper has armor penetration and healing effects. It helps. So let's give it some spell resistance, but we'll give him the novice one, because odds are he'll get something better. Beastman's Dagger. Now this one is actually getting to the higher level. It's tier 5. It's the best one out of the bunch. And it's got critical and backstab. So let's see, what do we have for enchantments? I like to keep them the same. So for now, an expert one, sure. I'll put a fire, and that's all I'm going to put in. If I get another fire one, I'll throw it on the other side. Another fire one that's also expert level, I'll put on the other side. And Euceris, it's good against dragons, and it's got fire resistance. So I'm not going to touch that one. That's one I want to use when I fight dragons. Quest completed. Now I guess that was to do enchantments. So let's go and talk to everyone else in the campsite real quick. Now I'll probably tie up the rest of the video here, or at least most of it.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
But it's just a legend, right?
So I assume. My mother has walked the wilds far longer than I. Who am I to suggest what things she has done and not done in her past? Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can you change into other humans' forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will. But the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
You spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what do other animals think of you when you were changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
By practitioners you mean apostates, don't you?
Not all apostates use the forbidden blood arts. Maleficarum do, but to condemn all who do not fall under the circle's thrall for the sake of what might be is a dangerous path to walk. There are those who look on the word apostate as meaning freedom.
That's all I want to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
I think your abilities sound quite useful.
Oh, you're simply full of surprises, little man, aren't you?
Why
But
am
enough
I
of
little?
such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
So I guess all we got to do, +3 for Morrigan. We only get to talk to Morrigan. We'll talk to the other people later. We'll save my game. This is where I'm going to cut it for now. So we'll talk to everyone else, and then we'll probably go to Redcliffe, and then decide where we're going to go from there. But if you enjoyed, leave me a like, comment, subscribe. Thanks. Bye.